Hey folks, as requested, today I'm going to be going over how I plan to build my Weaver tree in 1.2. As always, if you do like this sort of thing, please consider leaving a like on the video, and a huge thanks to all you guys for the support that you've given me over these last couple weeks. Let's jump into it. As always, I will be playing COF, so the nodes that I'm choosing here will be based on how I feel that they synergize with the COF faction, and additionally, how they synergize with other nodes throughout the tree. One thing to note when choosing nodes is that some will work better with different factions than others. For example, this node here, anything that gives you an additional unique item, as an example, is not very good for COF, just because COF already has the ability to target specific unique types through prophecies. The first two nodes that I'm looking at are going to be a high chance to spawn a champion. So this is kind of a big theme of powerful nodes, I think. COF players are going to want to take anything that adds extra density, extra monsters that you can kill in your echoes is going to be high value, especially for COF, because even after you hit level 100, the XP is still going to give you favor, which benefits your prophecies, and the kill itself is also going to give you loot, which is multiplied by your COF bonuses. So anything that gives you more monsters to kill to therefore get loot is always going to be better than just additional loot. We do a bit of pathing, so I path down here. This is just a pathing node. And then I go here to disable arena echoes. If you do plan on doing arenas, there are arena synergy nodes over here, but my plan so far is to just skip them. Next, I path up here. I take XP Tome Drop Chance. So this is probably high value for COF. Currently, they don't scale with corruption, so this is more of an early game thing. XP tomes early on are quite powerful. They still do give a pretty decent chunk of experience and also favor. These will help you rank up your COF faster, so you can get to that really powerful rank 12 bonus. Then I go over here. Spiderling packs is just more density for the same reason I already mentioned. Density is XP, favor, loot, prophecies, all that other good stuff. Then I go down here. There's favor cache, spawn chance. I don't know how good these favor caches are, but if they are good, this is going to be a lot of bonus for COF. It just comes down to the numbers. Next, we grab a imprint node. I think the imprint nodes in general are all going to be high value for COF, specifically because, as I've mentioned before, exalts, specifically targeting exalts, are a pain point for COF. And these nodes, I think, are going to go a long way to help with that, just because you can target certain affixes or certain base types. These are going to be really great. And then it allows you to leave your prophecies for unique items, which I think are much more favor efficient. Moving on, we grab another one. Same reason. This is just high value for COF in general. The next bit might be a little bit controversial, but I go in through here and I block everything except experience tomes. So I think, especially early on, there is a chance that this could be high value. XP tomes do not scale with corruption, so definitely early on this is going to be pretty good, but there's also a chance that you could just get a very high XP tome farm setup where you just get a crazy amount of XP tomes and it ends up being pretty good. Also keep in mind, the further that you are from the Echo Web Center, you are going to get more XP tomes, up to 7. So if that's the case with these nodes, you could potentially get a lot of value getting XP tomes almost every map. Then we're coming down here. We take a pathing node by the Loot Lizard. Then we take the Woven Echoes. I think these are going to be pretty valuable too, just because there's a lot of crafts that you will want for whatever build you're doing. For me, I'm going to want the attribute swapping and probably a couple other ones, maybe the set shattering. Then come pathing over here. This is just a pathing node. Then we go down here, rare and dungeon enemy pack chance. This is high value, especially if you do want the dungeon loot. You don't want to run the dungeons, but in general, more density, more XP, more favor. We also come up here, Twin Champions, for the same reason. This is just more loot, more XP, more favor, everything. Another Woven Echo imprint, also high value. Then we come up here. So this is double reward chance. This is doubling the Echo rewards on your Echo Web. I think there's a few different ways you could potentially use this. For my strategy, at least early on, this is going to be doubling the XP tomes. This could be a good strat if you are also going for some of the nodes over here where you get changes to your reward type. This could also be a high value play, but I feel like if you are going for the XP tome thing, adding these rewards is just going to dilute the reward pool. So there's a bit of a negative synergy blocking a bunch of stuff and then adding some other new things. Then I path up here. So increased tome chance is pretty high value. I think the tomes are going to be good for obvious reasons. Come over here, woven echoes. This, I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary. If you have a surplus of woven echoes, you probably don't need extra points in this. If you find you're running low, then this could be worth taking as well. With the imprints that you already have, maybe you don't need 3 out of 3 here. Then I path over here, I grab the imprint, then we go up here. I think the ordering is a bit off here. You probably want the pack size early on. So the pack size should be really high value, but this order is, I guess I put it the wrong way. So yeah, you go up here, path here, increase cemetery spawn rate. I think these might be pretty high value just so that you can put the nodes in and use all of your special echoes and stuff like that. There's also Nemesis here that could be value if you want to path through here. That's an option. This seems like it's only increased in 8%, feels like a pretty low value. It's not like 8% additive, so I don't know if this is actually worth taking. But yeah, the cemeteries should be pretty good. The pack size definitely should have taken this earlier, but this is really high value for obvious reasons. And all the other pack stuff that we've already added, it should synergize well with that. And then finally we have, this is a bit of a wild card, rare enemies. All of them are enraged and they drop additional runes and glyphs. This might be a good way for you to target your runes of havoc, but it could potentially be rippy. So they start off with enrage. That's kind of deadly, it means a lot of rare enemies are going to be hitting you. So this may not be necessary. It also depends on how many runes of havoc you're getting, but I think this could help boost that quite a bit. So we'll have to see if this is worth taking. And then finally, we have these nodes over here, increased champion spawn chance. So same as all the other nodes, this is just generally high value, increasing the density of the champions that you get. So just to summarize, everything that gives us more enemies to kill is good. It's going to be high value for COF no matter what, just because you're getting the XP and the loot, both of which scale very well with COF. The wild card here, I think, that you may or may not want is all of the XP stuff. So this stuff over here. Another thing I do want to point out here is that the tomes, the text here says the tomes can spawn in most regular monolith echoes where you can find memory amber, woven echoes, and additional echo rewards. I don't know exactly how this additional echo rewards thing works, but there is a possibility it could synergize well with the XP tome stuff we have going on here. So that's another possibility that could have good synergy here. But again, we'll just have to see. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.